that paralysis thing that's supposed to happen to your body when you sleep doesn't always happen to me. So it's
Fuck sleepwalking.
that's probably what's going on.
What
Have you ever gotten
paralysis
into
thing?
trouble when you sleepwalk?
I have peed in places I shouldn't have. And I would sometimes like go into my sister's bedroom when I was growing up, and I would talk to her.
Not pee on her.
Wake up in the morning, do the same shit. Hangover. Hangover.
Okay, welcome to the Forum Thread Podcast. I am Dark One Dre, and joining me tonight are Chaos Mana,
Hello.
Zap45,
Hey there.
T-Jin Lee,
You're not recording?
nice, Lozelda,
Hello.
and our special guest whose name I'm going to butcher, Karo Tsumi. That's the way I'm saying it.
Konbanwa. It's called a 27, Umi. Thank you.
Yeah, you
She was
forgot
an
the
S
27.
and a 7
That's
is
like
a T.
literally
It's
right
Karo
there.
Tsumi.
So
sue me.
Sue
This name would have been
Well,
perfect
yes,
for our anime
this is-
podcast on Monday.
Yeah, she should have been our TFT talks for anime.
I'm actually looking forward to hearing that podcast, because I was not able to make it like I said I was hoping to, and just kind of sitting there nodding as everyone goes on about topics I have no idea about.
It's
But,
alright, we had one listener. We were
I'm-
competing against the
Thanks,
RT
party.
podcast, so...
Well, yeah, and you did it like way past my bedtime. I'm in bed by fucking
Oh,
10
that's
o'clock.
because you're ancient.
Yeah, but that's well established.
I have to admit, putting it on the same day the RT podcast was happening may not have been the smartest move for
It was the
scheduling.
best for all of us to do. I mean, it wasn't really...
Yeah.
I mean, we might really cater to a lot of people outside of streaming for that one. So, I mean, it's like a specialty podcast. So, it's not just our regular rant and
Yeah.
rave. So people might,
Precisely.
jump to
Yeah,
that.
and so
Hopefully.
and so for our listeners who don't know what the fuck we're talking about, we should probably explain this.
We had a TFT...
No,
we,
don't explain it. Don't explain it whatsoever.
we
Just
started
leave-
we started a new
Fuck you
series
guys for not keeping up on all our social media.
Ooh,
Called-
I like
we
that.
tell you all this shit repeatedly.
Going
If you don't
rogue.
know, you're on your own.
I mean, I think it's my fault because I threaten people to join us whenever I tweet. Like, I'm
Really?
like, I tell people I will find them and I will probably kill them if they don't join us for the stream. And
Makes sense.
it means I have a very long list of people I have to find right now because we regularly only
I
have
think
10
you should
viewers.
start that search now.
He's going to be
So-
busy for the rest of his life.
Yeah. So I retire from Twitter. I used to, when I worked at a comic book store a long time ago, but they gave me control of the Facebook account. Like
Oh,
my
I bet
day
that was a
3
bad
there.
idea.
I created this character based around like just an evil supervillain character, and it turned their whole social media thing around. Like people started paying attention and they loved it, and they just thought the character was hysterical. I just literally just insulted everybody, anybody who
awesome.
came in the store, and people got really into it. And then they would come in and they would talk to who's the person in charge of the Facebook. I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Who's that again?
I don't. What's
Some
a
mystery
Facebook?
guy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I know I totally derailed us, but we should probably actually explain what
Yeah,
we're
I'm
talking
confused.
about.
So we're starting.
I
We're
don't know.
starting
I'm
a
all
brand.
for I'm all for your line of thought. Like, yes,
That's
screw
not
'em.
nice, though.
They can go and. I know.
People do not listen to us for nice.
True.
No, they don't listen to you for nice. The rest of us are nice.
Okay, well,
Cursing and ADD.
That's also very true.
and I'm a special snowflake, so
Very special. Very special, possibly constipated snowflake.
Can I tell the
not
fans?
anymore. We solved that problem.
Can I tell the fans about the thing now?
Yeah, let's go.
I've been
Tell the fans
interrupted
about the thing, and then we'll go
1800
back to
times.
talking about shit.
Okay, well, I mean, literal shit. But we did a special podcast on Monday. It was basically a proof of concept for a new series where it's just like focused conversations, like instead of like the normal podcast format. And on Monday we tested out just talking about anime for an hour, and I think it went really well. So I mean,
liked it.
people look forward to that. We're calling this series TFT Talks. It's not every week. But it's whenever it's kind of like how they did the spoiler cast at RT.
Yeah.
It's just like
Maybe, like,
whenever we
once
think
every
of something
few
we want to
months.
talk about.
Yeah.
I think somebody wanted to do a Halo talk, so that'd be appropriate when Halo 5 comes out, I would assume. So,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so keep a lookout for that. We have new things coming to you all the time because we
Yep.
love you.
so what was that about
Yep.
poop?
Bow chicka bow.
So something about poop. Zelda?
What a way to intro that.
See, isn't that a great
Best
segue?
segue ever. All right, so let's play catch up because the last time I was on it was before surgery, and then I missed last week. So I had my surgery, and they gave me drugs that had codeine in it. So I had all kinds of awesome fucked up dreams, and everything felt all loosey-goosey for like 5 days straight. I'm just saying 5. I didn't actually count. I was actually 5. Hey,
That's
I just
too
counted.
many.
It's great. All right. So too many. Too many is the key word. Okay, so here's the thing: is when you pick up a prescription, they'll like tell you things that you should really know about that prescription. No, if they're just like, here's your drugs, hope you feel better. Great. And oh god, Lucas, you said what a shitty intro. Jesus Christ.
Wonderful.
Okay, so you get points for that, but I want to hit you. So they said nothing. They're like, here's your drugs, feel better. Okay, awesome. So I'm taking the drugs or whatever, and I'm starting taking them. It's Friday afternoon, and it rolls around to like Monday afternoon, and all of a sudden I'm like, I haven't taken a shit since before the surgery. What's going on? And I start Googling it. Apparently, constipation is this massive, like, the number one side effect of codeine, and if you're not really careful, it can cause, like, all kinds of, like, terrible,
Blockage.
like, issues.
How do you combat? Is
damn,
there a way to
that
combat
is-
that,
that is
or is
like
it just going to
motherfuckers.
happen?
And especially,
Colace.
well, there's a
You
way
push
to, like,
really hard.
combat it, like, preventatively, but here's the thing is if I get to the point where it's like, I have to go now, because of where my stitches were, that was going to create an entirely new host of problems. So I had to, like, call my doctor, and I'm like,
What's
hey,
going on?
How do I?
is there something that you could, like, recommend that's a little stronger than the shit that I could just find on the shelf? Because I'm
Or in my
thinking
toilet.
I've gone 4 days without pooping. This is probably not going to be. This is not an over-the-counter situation anymore.
See, I've done something similar to that, but by choice. I was stuck in Colorado, out in the wilderness for 5 whole days, and the only way to defecate was in a bucket. And I said, "Fuck that!" And I held it on for 5 whole
How?
days
That
That
is
is
before I
painful.
got back to the hotel.
That is impressive.
I am the model
Yeah.
of efficiency. Thank you very much.
I
do
just
you
dump
hold
in
a
the bucket.
shit for-
I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
I
God,
love
yeah.
pooping way
No,
too
no,
much.
no,
Just skip
dude.
those days.
yeah.
Be like,
No
no,
chance.
give me the bucket. Just
No.
turn around, give me the bucket. I'll be fine.
No.
You go behind a tree and
Nope.
you
Nope,
take a
nope,
dump
nope,
in the
You
bucket.
pretend you're somewhere
Yeah,
else.
you
like-
need to go into your own
Instead of out in
world.
the
Just,
middle of the wilderness.
relax. Go do some meditation.
You're on like your throne of glory. It's great.
Relax when you're shitting into a
You
bucket.
can't. Exactly. You can't
It's
do
very
it.
difficult. Believe it or not, I actually have done that before. When my grandmother was babysitting me and my cousins, she had one bathroom and there were like 20 grandkids there. So 2 people had to take a dump at the same time, which after eating really greasy food sometimes happens.
So well.
Like someone gets the bucket and they get to go down into the furnace room, which is all dark and scary, and gets to use that.
Furnace.
This like, sounds like a horror movie. Are you kidding?
Do they go
That's
into
pretty
the
much what
furnace?
it felt like. There's like no light, and then there's a giant furnace, and the floor was dirt.
And then
Like,
Jason comes and kills you. Yeah, I know.
While you're describing this basement, I'm just picturing like the furnace from like Home Alone that like comes to life.
There is
Far
the
off.
furnace
It's-
of all life.
It was a big wood burning furnace, one of those what the fuck do you call them?
Where they
not
hide the
pot
dead
holes,
bodies.
Wood burning
Yeah,
one?
it's one of those big circular ones with the big feet that hold it up off the ground. I cannot
So,
remember
like,
what those
The
furnaces
one,
are
From,
called.
the furnace
Beauty
with
and the
the
Beast.
fire
Yeah.
in the feet.
Yeah, the furnace with the fire in the feet. Yeah, and it kept
That
the
one.
room really
That's
toasty,
feet?
but was really creepy. Oh, shut
That's
up,
crazy.
Damien Ninja. This is nothing to be afraid of. We're just talking about poop.
Yeah.
Calm down. Just calm the
It's
hell
a
down.
natural bodily
Every-
function.
Everybody poops.
Everybody poops. Did you guys read that book?
No.
I don't think
My
I've ever read
my
that.
my drama teacher read that to me when I was a junior in high school.
Is it because you needed the information,
No, it
or
was a free
like?
day. It was a free day, and she decided to read it to us. And
they
she
do it-
told us, she asked us like,
How does this make you
and
feel?
stuff like that.
Make you
It was like
That
a
That
weird
makes me feel like I
psychology
need to
class?
poop.
Yeah, I'm like, is this science? Like, what's going on?
I kind of feel like I should go home right now because this is a waste of time. Also, I kind of go to
Hey.
the bathroom.
It was an easy B.
A B?
A for most
Wait.
people.
You didn't even get it.
Did you not know how to? Did you get an answer wrong?
He forgot how to
No.
listen. He
I'm just
didn't
lazy.
listen.
I'm just
No,
lazy.
when the first question is who poops, and you don't say everybody, then you're going to get a straight B. Like
Exactly.
Because you should have paid
No,
attention to the book.
Well,
Exactly.
I don't know.
Rocks
babies,
don't poop.
they do.
Yeah.
But
Frogs
only
don't
babies,
poop.
right? No.
Yeah.
We've
So
been talking
what-
about poop for a long time.
What
Yeah.
got us on the topic of poop was
Zelda-
actually
Zelda
we were going to talk about dreams, and Lazelda brought up crazy dreams from when she was on medication, and that led to side effects. So I know, Zach, you wanted to talk about crazy dreams, so you must
Well-
have had one.
Yeah, I've had. They're not really necessarily a sequential one, like beginning, middle, end. It was just snippets that I can remember. Snidbits, tidbits, I guess, whatever. Basically, the first one, I was just kissing a 6'2" female of red with like red
What?
dreadlocky hair.
Okay.
And then I immediately cut into I'm in a gunfight with 6 other people, and I get shot twice. And then after the gunfight, a medic like fixes me or whatever, and I'm like, "Give me some good shit." And he hits me with the morphine. I'm like, "Oh, that's the spot." And I get all like warm and fuzzy feeling, like if I were
It's
actually
because you
taking.
pissed when you sleep.
No,
So you
I
woke
didn't
up, had to
actually.
change everything.
I felt like. No, not at all. I've never had morphine ever in my life, but I did take anatomy and physiology, so I know a bit about the effect on your
I wonder
body
what your body
when you
compared
take
it to then, if
and
you don't know what it actually feels like.
It probably compared it to Vicodin, because I had to take Vicodin when I broke my arm. But
Vicodin
it
is some
felt
good
like,
shit.
Yeah, it felt like that. I'm like, whoa, what is this? Feels so
Um.
good. And that's basically the synopsis of both, or snidbits of. I have secretly I have a drug problem. No,
That's fascinating.
yeah, it was
Let's
crazy.
all gather around a circle, and Zach, you can go first. Hi, I'm Zach.
Yeah, hi, I'm Zach.
I'm attracted
I have an
to
opium problem.
6'2" women with red dreadlocks, and then dreaming
No,
about getting shot
first.
and
No, the
getting
morphine
high.
comes first, and then those hallucinations start.
Are you sure it's not the other way around?
Who knows?
The strange thing is, in my mind, when you're describing this Amazonian redhead, I'm actually
yeah.
picturing the princess from Brave, like
Yeah,
just grown up
just
with
6'2".
dreadlocks in her hair. like,
Just 6'2".
yeah, Amazonian. What's the chick's name? I don't remember. Amazonian girl from Brave. That's Tejan Lee's secret fetish.
Merida.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's her name.
Wait. We're talking about Zach. Where did I come in?
Where did that come from?
I mean, I have a redheaded
Zach.
girlfriend.
But
but
I'm confused now.
Yeah.
See, there you go. If the shoe fits, wear it.
What about you guys? Have you had any recent odd dreams? I'm sure Lozelda has due to her medication, but I'm sure I'm not the only one who's had a few odd dreams.
I had a
could put
dream
our-
that ended the other day.
Oh, good job.
It had actually rolled. I saved the day.
That is
I saved the
awesome.
princess. I defeated Bowser or whoever the villain of the week was, and it just ended. Like it was like there was like end and credits rolled, and then it went black, like the end of credits. There was no button at the end. Sorry. but-
Wait, did you stay to the end
was-
for the little
that was
bit?
it. It was-
little sneak peek for the next one.
Yeah, no, I tried, but I woke up. I guess the button was me waking up. Surprise! You survived the dream. Like you finished the dream. You did it. That's an achievement to me. Like I managed to stay asleep for the entire dream. Like
I wish I've had dreams that I've not
I don't
wanted
think-
to
That's crazy.
like, stop, and then I've had only one dream where I picked up where I left off, sort of thing. It was a really weird feeling.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of those.
I have
Those
a
are
lot of
weird.
continuing
I wish I
dreams.
had more dreams.
I'm
Oh,
jealous.
really?
oh, like continuous
Yeah.
from night to night.
So-
Yeah, because they're like my dreams are a lot of the times are like real. Like I'll be doing laundry or going shopping or I'm walking outside in the city, and then it'll like happen again while I'm awake, and so it's really confusing, and it keeps
I'm
continuing.
pretty sure you're in the Matrix.
Yeah, I think I am.
You broke it.
I
Way
did.
to go.
It's scary, but I did have one recently that was I was
You were on this podcast?
Dr. Snoopy, and
Dr.
I was
Snoopy.
yes, Snoopy, and
Dr. Snoopy.
I was checking on all of my patients. All of my patients spoke English, but I barked to them like what they needed to do, and for some
That'd be
reason they
awesome.
understood me, and I don't understand how that worked.
That'd be
but I was
awesome.
Snoopy. It was a good time. I learned a lot about
That
doctor
is
things
awesome.
like that.
That's
I
awesome.
don't worry. Like you're in the middle of it, like somebody choking. It's like, don't worry, I dreamed about
I
this.
got
once.
this.
I think I can fix this person.
Hold on.
And you just start barking. Bark.
Someone
I
give
was
me
a
the knife.
doctor once.
I was a doctor once. What?
So Lozelda, you've been oddly quiet.
I was letting other people tell stories,
Yeah.
man.
We're waiting
Yeah, and I
for
don't-
waiting for your drug dream stories now.
Okay, so I only remember like snippets and pieces because I only remember snippets and pieces from
Oh
those
come
5
on!
days.
You built it up
I remember
like it was gonna be epic.
but give me a goddamn minute.
Fine, go ahead.
All right,
I definitely
nobody,
remember
nobody
really
talk
wanting
for 1 minute.
waffles.
Let her.
Like all the fucking time. But yeah. So I think my favorite one is I apparently have been watching Wheel of Fortune or something recently because the stream is Wheel of Fortune and the Ninja Turtles, old school Ninja Turtles, not the weird CGI looking dudes that we've got.
We're
now.
talking about the 1980s
wait.
cartoon Ninja Turtles, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're talking about
Yeah,
the
I'm talking
old
like no, like
comic.
the live action like.
Oh, the puppets. 1980s
Oh, the best,
puppets.
the best
Not the
ones?
crazy CGI
Or-
one.
I thought they were suits.
90s.
Are they not suits?
Yeah,
They-
no,
I
they're
thought
suits.
they were suits too.
They were
They're
puppet
suits with
suits.
animatronic heads, and there were actors inside.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes
Okay.
you could see the actors
Really?
inside the mouths.
Yeah, if they
That's cool.
open if the turtles open their mouth too big, you could actually see the mouth of the actor inside of
Oh,
their
well,
mouth. It's
I
weird.
like
Interesting.
in the credits,
Gonna have
those
to go look
the
at that
turtles
now.
are credited twice. The guy in the suit and then the guy who does the voice, because the guys in the suits weren't doing the voices; they were dubbed over.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to look for that. Other fun fact: I never noticed this in the second one. They never use their
I
weapons.
just learned this the other
I
day
know.
too.
Yeah, because it was too
bullshit.
violent. That's why
Yeah.
the mothers boycotted
It's like-
against it.
It's like,
Yeah,
really?
some bullshit like that.
Yeah,
Had no idea.
The stupidest thing of all time. Like, yeah, they're not even the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If they fight evil with everything except the weapons that are attached to the back of their shell, they're doing something wrong.
They were trapped in a net. Leo had his swords in his sheaths, and he just
I thought they just didn't have
It's
weapons.
like, we're
they
trapped
they
in a
never
net, we
even
don't know what to do.
They consciously objected from using them. Were they even real weapons?
Yeah, they had their weapons. They had their weapons with them.
See, that's
and
the
they
thing
didn't
about-
use them.
Raphael's weapon is a total defensive weapon. All you do is black katanas with those sai blades.
Yeah.
Like that's all you do with that's what those
Those
are.
sais,
and
yeah.
Hey, he wasn't limited to just blocking in the video games. Now, do you remember the Super Nintendo
well,
game?
I mean, it wasn't
Turtles
He
done
was
right.
stabbing.
He would kick the shit out of people with those.
You know
You
what?
can
They-
technically use them as force. I've used them in Taekwondo classes, so you
Ah,
can
okay.
actually stab
Awesome.
Huh,
well, you
then
can
your
hit
argument
anybody
is
with a
invalid.
blunt object.
Tejan Lee,
Aw.
you lose. You lost this one.
So,
Okay. So anyway, so
Semantics.
it's Wheel of Fortune and the Ninja Turtles are playing, but Mikey is the wheel, and so they just keep grabbing his foot and spinning him, and he's making the clicking sound as he
That's
manually
awesome.
as he goes around. And every time he lands somewhere, it's like an oven dinging sound, and he gets really excited because he thinks there's pizza. So then he tries to get up, and then they all yell at him. We're like, Mikey, you're
Yeah.
at the wheel. You have to stay there. So they're doing that. And I don't remember what the fucking puzzle was because letters and shit. And so they're doing their thing, and then like Shredder shows up, shit starts going down, and then fucking Master Chief blows through the wall with like a
That's
goddamn
awesome.
tank. And so now there's like Master Chief and there's Ninja Turtles and like
You are-
fucking Sonic the Hedgehog.
You're
everything's
dreaming
already
the
shows up.
sequel to the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny.
Yeah, it
That's
kind of felt
basically
like
the
that.
sequel. Where you're
Yeah.
going right
It
now.
was pretty much what was going on, but it all started on Ninja Turtles, and so like everything's going nuts, and like all these people from different games are showing up. So like Zelda people are
I
showing up,
wish I
and
had a
Sonic
dream
is showing
that-
up, and
that
like fucking
many people.
zombies are showing up, but like getting stuck in the wall because those are the only zombie games I've ever watched people play is where they don't work right and they just stick in the wall. So like all this is going on, and like all this is going on, and Mikey's just standing in the corner like nomming on some pizza, and there's like cheese everywhere. And
No
and
anchovies.
then the dog licked my face, and I woke up, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening? I don't,
Was it the
I don't know
dog?
what's going on anymore."
Was it the dog from Caro's dream?
was it Snoopy?
Was it me?
Because it was
As
Dr.
Dr.
Snoopy.
Snoopy.
Crossover.
And it comes full circle.
What always
my God.
pisses me off when I'm dreaming is that sometimes I can run and sometimes I cannot run, but almost like 90% of the time I cannot punch when I'm dreaming. I don't know why.
Maybe
Maybe
it's a
because I'm
fear
like,
that you couldn't be able to fight back, and punching would be the number one way you'd fight back if you got into a real encounter.
Maybe
Or maybe you just want to high five everyone.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I sleep on my face usually, and so my arms are underneath me, maybe, so I can't actually make the motion. I sleepwalk, so that paralysis thing that's supposed to happen to your body when you sleep doesn't always happen to me. So it's
Fuck sleepwalking.
that's probably what's going on.
Have you ever gotten into trouble when you sleepwalk?
I have peed in places I shouldn't have, and I would sometimes like go into my sister's bedroom when I was growing up, and I would talk to her.
Not pee on her.
No, I wouldn't pee on her, but I would go in there and I would talk to her. And
That's crazy.
And then she said we would talk for a little while, and then she'd just tell me, okay, it's time for you to go back to bed, and then I would just go back into the other room and go back to bed. And I've hidden my keys from myself after I got my driver's license, so I was always afraid that I was going to wake up and I was going to be on the highway.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
My brother
That'd be pretty scary.
slept walk once and crossed the highway. He was in a hotel in San Diego.
Christ.
And he woke up from his hotel room, walked down to the bottom floor, and then walked out across the bypass. And he did this all while sleeping, and he woke up in his underwear across the street.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
It's
Yeah.
creepy.
would-
Like when you
I would
actually
pee myself.
sleepwalk and stuff like that can happen to you. It's kind of creepy, and you're like, God, I really hope that if someone sees me walking down this hotel corridor or something in my underwear, someone stops me and asks me what the hell I'm doing, and then
Better yet, if you just waltz out the front
Yeah.
door of the hotel in your underwear.
Nobody stops 'em.
Next to a... Yeah,
Nobody stops
What
them.
the fuck is up with that?
No, someone's gonna follow you with an iPhone and just video everything. And
yeah, that's
no,
what
that's
would
what they
happen.
would've
Like,
done.
look at this
And that is
fucker.
the
Let's
sad
record
part.
him.
Yeah.
And you can tell. Usually, at least I'm told that you can tell when you're talking to someone who's sleepwalking because their eyes are kind of glazed over and they're not really focused. Like they'll look at you, but they're not actually looking
Well,
at you.
how would you be able to
That's
tell
kinda
the
how my
difference
sister
between
describes
being
it.
sleepwalking and drugged at that point?
I don't know. Maybe sleepwalking is a lot like being drunk.
They still
Fuck if
shouldn't
I
let
know.
some dude in his underwear go wandering across the goddamn highway, whether he's
should-
sleeping or he's
You should at
drunk.
least
Like,
like
sir,
pull him
sir.
away from the
I know-
highway at
Wh-
least.
I know
If you're
my
going to
child-
leave, put on some pants.
I know my childhood friend, whenever she used to do a lot of like sleep standing up and talking to us, like it was really creepy, but her eyes were always bloodshot, which
you
was
make,
the
like,
creepiest part
proclamations?
about that.
Like a demonic.
Yeah, it
Possession
was scary.
or
Like she'd
something.
like pop up out of her sleep, and I'd be like, "Are you okay?" And she'd turn to me with her bloodshot eyes and go, "Shut up!"
What?
and then go back to sleep. And I'm like, "What?" It's the scariest thing.
I think
My
she
brother-
was trolling.
Yeah. My
No,
brother,
she was really asleep because she did not remember it all. I
Well,
told her
she
all
could
the
just
things
say
that
she
she'd
not
said.
remembers.
No, she would have told us, and we were
It's
like,
funny,
"You
yeah.
said stuff like it's in a building, and there's blood on my sheets. Like it's
See,
creepy."
you should have been
Oh,
recording
Jesus.
each of these, then puzzled them together on this big chart, and you would have been like the location of
could've
a
been,
lost
like-
treasure or something.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
She
definitely.
must have
This was
hid
like
something.
national treasure shit. There's a conspiracy going on. She was given all the cues when she was younger, and she has to figure out how to get to the
She's a sleeper
Declaration of
agent or something.
Independence.
Exactly.
Nicolas Cage is involved somehow.
I'm pretty sure I told the gentleman here, both Dark and Chaos, about when I would sleepwalk. The
Tejan
two
Lee's not a
times-
gentleman. I like how
Well,
you
I mean-
excluded him.
Tejan Lee here.
Oh, shit.
wasn't
They
in the
call me
hotel that we were-
Gentleman Lee.
Yeah, Gentleman Lee. Anyway, he wasn't included in the group that was staying at the hotel room during RTX.
Oh, that's where you're going with this. Damn
Yeah,
it!
and
I was excluding him.
I told you guys about my sleepwalking fiascos, but I'll go ahead and tell everybody else now. There's two instances where I remember where someone told me I was sleepwalking, because I do not have a single memory of this happening. So the first time was me holding a hat like a briefcase, like a baseball cap, holding it like a briefcase, walking into the living room where my mom and dad are watching TV, and telling them I'm going to kill you. Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. And then my mom's like, "Get your ass to bed," and I'm like, "Okay." And I turn around and I walk back into my room. The other time is with my brother. He said I walked into his room and I asked him, "How goes it?" And then he's like, "Good." And then I'm like, "Have you heard any good rumors lately?" Like from Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Like I was an NPC from a video game. I'm like, "Really? Why did you tell me this?" It's like, I don't know. It was really weird. So those two instances were like, I don't know. Someone telling you that you did a thing that you have no memory of is just bizarre. It's like a extreme bizarre experience.
Yeah, it's like when you get so drunk that you black out, and then other people are filling you in as to what it was that you did. I found out something about myself that I did not know. Like this one on this. When did I find this out? I think it was 3 weeks ago. My sister was telling me about this time that she and I and a bunch of our friends all got drunk together, and apparently, like, not only did skinny dipping happen, but somehow or other we got on the subject of the size, down there, and so we all decided to put on a show. And apparently during this show, Ken and I began to fondle each other.
Ooh, sexy time.
Well. And so like, yeah, my sister's like, oh yeah, I've seen you with an erection before. I'm like, what? When? And she's like, oh, you don't remember it. Let me tell you about this. I'm like,
That's a bond right there.
No idea. I had no idea. Goodness. I felt a little weird.
And it was the greatest party ever of all time.
The best party you do not remember.
Yep.
Like, all my sleepwalking and blackout stories are, like, really, like, wussy now.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to top that. I mean, you can try.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
I don't think, not to my knowledge anyways, I don't think I've ever actually, like, blacked out from drinking. I definitely, there's been things I don't remember right away, and then over a couple hours I start, like, Sherlocking it, and I go, oh, I kind of remember that. Oh, and now I kind of remember that. Okay, so, I don't know about that. I think I've sleepwalked once, and it was terrifying, because I was, whatever age you are when you're in, like, 4th grade or whatever, I was at summer camp for the first time ever, and I was at camp. We're sleeping in tents or whatever, and I sleepwalked on the first night, so I still didn't know my way around the camp or whatever. So, like, I go to sleep in my bed. I wake up on a picnic table in the middle of the woods next to a lake.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And I'm like, I don't remember there being a lake on the campgrounds. This isn't good.
Where am I?
So, of course, like, I'm not wearing, like, I'm just, like, in, pajamas or whatever, and we're in Arkansas, so, like, the woods are, like, full of, like, all these, like, deadly spiders and snakes and shit like that, and I'm just having to, like, walk through it.
Tigers and bears and
I'm
lions.
sure you're
and
very tasty to look at by the bear's perspective.
Well, now, you may not have actually walked yourself out there. My best friend, her brother, actually sleep carries.
Oh, like, really?
Oh, good.
Like, he will sleepwalk into someone else's bed, someone else's room, or if someone falls asleep on the couch or something, and he happens to be sleepwalking, he'll sleepwalk in, and he will pick that person up, and he will take them somewhere, and then he'll set them down unless someone intervenes and tells him to put them down.
Will he listen to someone saying put him down?
I don't think he's actually sleep carrying people.
Yeah, he's just carrying people. Okay, so what's the decision making that I just want to understand? I want to know more about this. Like, how does one, like, with their eyes closed and they're asleep and just walk into a room with their eyes closed and go, I'm going to pick up Sally.
Your eyes are open when you're sleepwalking. Your eyes are open.
Yeah.
God, it's so weird that our bodies do that. Like, they can do that, like, subconscious, like, just robot.
Exactly.
Did you hear about that? There was a news story a couple years ago where a guy woke up in the morning and turned on the news and saw that his in-laws had both been murdered, and they all evidence had pointed to him being the murderer. Like, he was the prime suspect. And then he's like, realizes that he did have a dream about going over to their house.
Oh, God.
The night before.
Whoa. This sounds like
so
bullshit.
Apparently he had sleptwalked and drove to his in-laws' house and killed them in their sleep, and did not know that he had done that until the next morning, and he called the police to turn himself in.
I can't wait to see how that story held up in court.
I don't know how it held up in court. I don't remember. I just remember thinking, oh my God, what happens if that happens to me? It really freaked me out.
Alright, so I'm never sharing a room with you if you're actually concerned that's going to happen.
You'd have to really want that
I
person
haven't
dead.
killed anybody yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
So far. So far, so good.
The one time. You didn't look like a killer to me then, but...
My subconscious could be a killer. I don't know. Don't know that shit.
Yeah, there's a story...
Go ahead.
There was a story even a few years... I'm probably behind that story that Dark just told about a dude buying coke.
Stream went down.
While he would sleepwalk get into his car, go into his car, drive down the alleyway, give the drug dealer money, take coke, snort it, and then go to work. And
I'll
then
take one crack rock, please.
He's got priorities.
Yeah, he would wake up at work or whatever, or when it was his day off. He's like, "What's going on?" So over
I'm
time,
covered in crack.
he over time he hired a private investigator and stuff like that, and it turns out that he slept, walked, drove, and did sleep drugs all at once.
You know, it's pretty bad when you have to hire a private investigator for yourself.
Exactly.
I would love to be the fly on the wall for that conversation when he's calling a PI. Be like, I need you to follow me.
Yeah, please.
It's like,
Yeah,
I'm
so
doing
you working on
something.
the stream?
places.
I am up to some shady shit. I gotta know what's going on.
I'm really slim.
I don't
have
trust
any money.
me.
Like,
Yeah, how the hell would
exactly.
you react to that? If that were you and you were winding up in strange places and you had to hire a fucking private investigator to check on your ass, and then they tell you, "Oh, by the way, yeah, nothing's really going on. No one is kidnapping you. You're doing this on your own. And by the way, you're doing drugs."
Yeah,
Like,
to
you're
find
like,
out
"What?"
your to find out your subconscious
I'm spending my money
craves
where?
coke.
Like,
Like-
at that point in
I
time,
got
you're
the
probably
shakes.
wishing that someone was robbing you and giving you roofies or something.
Exactly.
What if you were like a secret bank robber or something? What
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Like, what if you had a second life of being a sleepwalker? What would you want your crazy life to be?
A hitman, like some type of crazy assassin.
Well, see, you can get in trouble for that.
Well, so
If you're
would
caught,
be a
yeah.
bank robber.
Well, you might
yeah,
be a really good
exactly.
one.
Exactly.
I would want my sleepwalking job to be the alleyway oracle, where you're that person that people go to in the middle of dark
Like
alleys
the
at
palm
night.
reader kind of thing.
Yeah, and you're just
Yeah.
sitting there, and
The
they
homeless
ask you
guy?
questions, and you always have an answer for them, and then you just kind of disappear in the morning. You just go away because you sleepwalk your ass back to where your home is, and you never even
Crazy.
know that so many people rely on your infinite wisdom. You don't even know you have that infinite wisdom.
Your subconscious wisdom.
Yes, exactly.
That'd be
That
crazy.
I would be the superhero. I would be the alleyway superhero.
That'd be cool to think about. I've always theorized that our brain is just one big calculator, and that's why I don't know, maybe I'm trying to rationalize why I have deja vu so much, because
Yep.
I'll have deja vu. I'm like,
That's the Matrix.
A deja vu is usually a glitch in the Matrix. It happens when
Yeah.
you change something.
Exactly.
This is
Right.
like our third Matrix reference.
You
Yo,
can't
because
talk
the
about
Matrix is
dreaming
real.
and. Oh, wait. That means we're all going to get censored by some sort of thing. What do you call it?
Nah, we're not
What
a
was
serious enough
Agent?
threat. We only have
Agent.
4 viewers now.
Well, it's just, I don't know. I'm just trying to rationalize. Maybe my brain is bored subconsciously, because your brain's always running even while you're asleep. So maybe it's just calculating based on how routine my life is, and based on those routines.
Oh, your
that
life's not
outcome.
routine.
Well, no,
You're a
everyone's-
secret ninja when you sleep.
It's true, but we're all creatures of habit. We all have things that we do before we go to work, after we go to work, our daily routines and things of that nature, and even our personal encounters with friends or random people on the street, what have you. There's a likelihood of all that happening. So my idea is your brain just uses all those instances where that happens and narrows down a particular experience, and then shows you that in a dream as some type of premonition. But
Is that why I'm doing laundry all the time in my dream?
Sound theory.
maybe, I don't know.
It's your subconscious telling you need to become a laundry lady for a really big hotel.
Or you just,
Yeah.
or just
maybe
get
to
off
just
your butt
do
and
my
do
laundry.
the laundry.
Or maybe it's your
The
subconscious
sign.
trying to tell you to do your laundry
like
because it's
your
piled up.
You're like
or,
your subconscious saying, "You don't have any clean underwear for that interview tomorrow. Do your damn laundry."
Well, to be fair, do you need
Wait.
underwear?
Do people wear underwear to interviews?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you don't
Well-
necessarily need.
It depends on what the job is, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, specific jobs require underwear. Certain kinds of underwear. Some
Well.
certainly do not require underwear. But,
Yeah, true.
Some require a lack of underwear.
I
We
guess.
just want to cover all our bases here. We just don't want to leave those out.
I have been in all 3 situations. I'm gonna put that out there.
Oh,
I
what
don't
job
know.
interview did you go to that did not
Oh,
require
well,
underwear?
well,
That's
then
how
why
you
even
listen.
bring it up? That's not fair.
It's a sexy job.
Tejan Lee, the gigolo.
Yep.
Yeah,
And who was your pimp? What was his
That-
name?
that's what I do when I sleepwalk. I'm the pimp.
No, I believe the pimps are supposed to wear underwear. You've got it backwards.
Well, they don't have to.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it's
guess
optional.
they don't have
Yo,
to.
pimps get.
No
they're
one
allowed
needs to wear underwear.
touch the booty.
You
That
gotcha.
booty. So,
Where's my
yeah.
money?
Amen. Where's my money? Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. I prefer boxer briefs when I'm in an interview. I don't know about you, ladies or gentlemen, but I don't know.
Boy shorts.
They're secure.
Skirt.
I'm glad someone has the sensibility to say boy shorts because those are really comfortable. Or I'm
They
so
are.
told. My sister, she
Super
likes to wear the thongs, and I'm like,
No.
how can you stand having that little piece of fabric up your ass
I don't
crack?
like flossing my teeth. I don't want to do that to my ass.
It's like a permanent wedgie forever. Like, why would you ever want to do that?
that.
permanent and forever. That's how you know it's serious.
I
That's
don't-
what I don't understand. I don't get it.
understand.
I
why
think the
girls
one
would
that
just
makes
have
me the
uncomfortable
most
clothes
the
on.
one that makes me the most
Like, high
annoyed
heels
is the
still don't make any
pointlessly
sense.
You'd much rather us have
tall
them off,
shoes.
right? Of course.
No, I want you to be.
I
comfortable.
don't understand that out of everything else. Well, just heels in general when there's
Like the
just
platforms?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Just-
what are we talking
Kind
about?
of
We're
like
talking
heels
Like
and stuff.
stiletto
Heels?
heels?
Elevator
or-
Well, no, just the ones that are,
Or are we talking
so
about a
tall
good
that
pair
it
of
just
fuck
doesn't
me
even make
pumps?
sense.
Some girls are not.
Yeah, something happened with his internet
Yeah.
connection. We're probably gonna
Bye,
lose it.
chaos.
It was
Thank
nice
you,
knowing
chaos.
you.
Rest
Whatever
in
you were
peace.
Yeah,
saying,
like-
Rest
I'm
in
sure
peace.
it was important. Goodbye.
I don't know. We were talking about like shoes and uncomfortable shit.
R.I.P.
No, it's funny because there's some things that I think they're just universally uncomfortable. Like anybody who claims a thong is comfortable is just fucking lying.
They're a masochist, is what they are.
But like
Yeah.
I actually have a couple pairs of heels that are more comfortable than like my tennis shoes and my flats.
I
are.
agree,
I
me
don't know
too.
what. Yeah, if you get something that fits well, and I think that goes for a lot of things. If you get something that fits well, it's actually surprisingly comfortable. But yeah, there's just some things that it's like it will never be comfortable. It was never intended to be comfortable. It's because they don't intend for you to wear it for very long.
But then you step on a grate and you fall over.
No, not if you're talented, because I can do a dead sprint across a wet yard in stilettos.
It's all about
and no
You
your
just run
weight-
on your toes, man.
Yeah, it's all about your weight displacement. You put all the weight on the front and not on the heel, and you won't disappear into the grate.
This keeps when we're talking about stiletto heels, it reminds me of that Snakes on the Plane scene where the stiletto heel snaps off into that guy's eyeball.
Got
Have you
tired
guys-
of those
Oh.
motherfucking snakes and those
Snake.
motherfucking planes.
Complains.
That
Yeah, it
has
was
nothing to do with a
crazy.
snake.
Well, true, but we were talking about stiletto heels, and it just
Well,
brought up that memory.
Well, I
They
mean,
can
like
be
in that
weapons,
movie,
definitely.
why would you kill any person any other way but a snake? Like, what's
He
the
was
point?
trampled. Like everyone was afraid of the snakes, so some lady just like pushed this guy down and like stomped all over him with his stilettos, and then
I
finished
came
him
here
off
to
with
see
his-
snakes killing people. I didn't come here to see people getting trampled.
Yeah, well,
I paid nothing to go see that movie. I
I'm not
expect
the
people
director or writer, Tejan.
to be eaten by snakes.
Complain to them.
You know what some really cool shoes were? I was
What
really
about the
impressed with?
wheelie sneakers?
Is
The light up sneakers. Please say light up sneakers.
ooh, well, those are real. I'm
I never
talking
had
about,
a pair.
I'm talking about. I'm thinking more of a fake type shoe, but
Oh, is it the hooker shoes that have goldfish in them?
no, the shoes that Bayonetta wears with the shotguns in the heels, like those are pretty badass.
And unpractical.
Also
And
unpractical, but that's the whole point. They're dangerous. They have shotguns in the heels, so she can kill
That's
people.
awesome.
with them.
I
How does she
guess.
even trigger them? Like, just like she like step on the back of the heel and
She's
it,
a witch.
She walked
mean-
very lightly, is what she did.
You don't ask questions. This is Bayonetta. She's a witch, and she dances on the pole, and she kills people with her sexiness. That's all you need to know. And she has
is that an attack power?
guns in her heels.
does she actually kill people with her sexiness? Is that her power?
Yeah, that's yeah.
That is definitely a power
She
for
will
women.
she will pole dance your ass to death. And
Sounds like
not a
great-
terrible
sounds like
way
a
to
great
go.
game.
Yeah, not a too.
you're telling me that I'm the only one that has played this game out of all of us that are here?
Yeah, probably.
I only played the demo.
I've only watched a gameplay on it. That's it.
I'm so disappointed in all of you. It's actually pretty damn good, and they're making a sequel for the Wii U. Like, so you need to play the first one so you can play the second one on the
Are
Wii
you
U.
talking about Bayonetta?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What game did you think we were talking about?
I don't know.
The other one with the shotgun.
Snakes
shoots.
on a plane.
Yeah.
Keep up.
Yeah, come on, for real, Dark. Really. I was just.
Oh.
I was just really fucking confused just then.
I'm done. I'm done talking to you people.
Aw,
We'll
Dark.
come back when we have something interesting to say.
Yeah. Hurry up. Come up with something interesting to say. I don't want to be here in quiet that long. Gets uncomfortable.
What do we
on
all
the
do? On
spot.
the... No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, we could talk about Far Cry 4.
Oh yeah, you wrote a review on that, didn't you?
That's the
No.
thing now?
It's not a review. It was about their freaky online multiplayer that apparently you'll be able to play Far Cry 4 if you do not have a copy of the game, as long as one of your friends has a copy of the game and they send you an
that's that
invite.
PlayStation 4 bullshit, right?
No, this is actually coming bundled with Far Cry 4, but only for the PlayStation. And you'll have 10 different, they call them keys. You'll have 10 different keys, and you will be able to bequeath a single key upon one of your lowly friends who could not buy it on launch day, and say, "Hey, bitch, come play with me." And so they'll download a free version of the game, and they can hop right in, and they can play with you for about 2 hours, and then their time limit runs out.
So just give them the 10 keys,
Well.
or how many hours it
Well.
takes to complete the co-op, and then, there you go.
Yeah, so theoretically, you could have, if you have one really good friend that you want to waste all your keys on, you could probably give them up to 20 hours of gameplay. with you.
Wait. If you have 2 hours of gameplay, does it then let you continue from where you left off if you get a second key?
I could not find any information on that. I'm just assuming that they are going to wait until it actually happens and let people find out for themselves.
Oh, great.
Well, the PlayStation, this is a new PlayStation thing where the PlayStation 4 ladies and gentlemen over there from Sony are all like, "Hey, you can share your game with your friend when your friend doesn't even have the game. You just give him this thing and he does this thing." So
Yeah,
it's like they
happening-
advertised it.
Yeah,
like
that's
it was
actually
gonna...
happening from Sony. That's not actually
Yeah.
part of Far Cry 4. That's something Sony themselves are doing. And it's going to be a little bit different. You have an unlimited number of times you can invite someone, but the time limit they have is only 1 hour.
Wow. Yeah. See, they're advertising it like it's unlimited and you can play forever and there's
Play.
Like, no...
Oh, you can
That
enjoy
sounds
so much
annoying.
game with your friends.
So-
That'd be sad if
Yeah.
you didn't realize it was a 2-hour time limit, and then you're like, "Oh, let's come play again." Oh, wait, we can't anymore.
Yeah, so from what I've been able to figure out is that there is an unlimited number of times that you can invite your friend into the session with you.
Oh, wow.
But they're going to
Wow.
be after an hour they're going to be kicked out of your session. So I don't know if the game saves their character for them, or if the game save that they create travels over to their game when they finally buy the console or buy the video game. I don't know. I couldn't find any information on that.
I guess it would
But-
depend on if you put in like if you're making your own account thing, like if you have to put in anything, or if it saves it to your account in some way.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm hoping that it would just have the common sense to save it to the cloud. That way you don't have to worry about it.
You're
You can
hoping.
just- yeah, that would
hoping.
be the smart thing to do. And Sony's been trying to
have
do
hope.
smart things, kind of. I mean, this is a big step that Microsoft isn't doing anything about
Yeah,
yet, so it's kind of
true.
cool. Hopefully they do it the right way. I'm not really a Sony fanboy. I don't have a PlayStation 3, but I would be tempted to get a PlayStation 4 if they keep on doing stuff like this. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, this is cool as shit. I was not expecting someone to actually do this. It's a little bit, what do you call it? Gamer centered instead of corporate centered, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
appeasing
true.
to the demographic and not appeasing to money making. So far, yet, like you don't know if there could be where a point in time where it would be something you have to pay for. Like you have to pay for a key for and you can pay for different tiers of keys that'll give you.
Oh, don't talk like that. Like Sony's little gremlins will be listening in.
No, they're probably already have this as a beta test.
That's how Microsoft will do it. That's how Microsoft will do it. They're like, yeah, this thing Sony's doing, we'll do it too, but we're gonna charge you for it. Doesn't that sound nice?
Xbox is always watching you. Remember?
Yeah,
it watches you sleep.
Really?
Well, I mean, they integrated with Twitch and stuff, so they could easily be watching right now.
Remember, they did have that update where the Kinect is no longer required, so they can't watch you all the time.
If you don't have it.
Yeah, you can just unplug that stupid little toy.
Do you think you could command your Xbox to say, Xbox, watch me while I sleep? Maybe some people are into that. Like robots and stuff like that.
Watch me while I showered, yeah.
Yeah, like you can just tell your Xbox to do these things that everybody's so afraid of it that it's doing.
This reminds me of this new Kickstarter, or I should say Indiegogo robot called Jibo, and it's like this. It's a learning like AI robot that like it's like
This is how Skynet begins.
It's a smartphone, but like a robot. Let me find a link here real quick.
So, what's the? Is it actually like a pretend body, or is it just a super app, like a super smartphone?
Will we be able to date this? You know, like in the movie Her. Will we be able to fall in love with it and date it?
Maybe. Give me a second here.
You can.
And will you be able to attach it to one of those Japanese snuggle pillows?
Here's the
I
link.
love those snuggle pillows. I want one. It breathes too.
They look so weird, but they look so cool. I want to snuggle with one just to see what it's like.
It breathes?
Yeah, there's new ones that like have an arm and it breathes
breathing?
like your chest, like the chest part moves up and down as if it's breathing.
It's supposed to mimic cuddling with another person, but
Yeah,
if you're a lonely nerd and
It's
you
legit.
don't have anybody to cuddle with, like this pillow will keep you company. Some of them even have a texture similar to human skin, and it's warm and heated like human temperature. So you're like snuggling with your best friend that's just a pillow. But if you can plug your iPhone girlfriend or boyfriend into your pillow, then it's a real person, right?
Basically,
it's like the real thing.
Exactly. Like I put a link in the Skype chat. It's literally there's like a 3-minute clip about the trailer, and it's literally like it'll talk about this is your house, this is your phone, and this is your robot, and it's like for this amount of money you can get a Jibo today. It'll like have its own emoticons. You can set like alarms and calendars, and it'll remind you. You can talk to it, and it'll say jokes and stuff. It's like having a little companion robot with some limited learning AI. Not like a whole lot, because they don't want to scare people, because, you know, the whole Skynet thing, but just enough to where it can learn speech patterns and help you out with your daily life and stuff
Just
like
enough
that.
to control you. Yeah, I get it.
So what you're saying is that the modding community is going to get a hold of this thing, and it will become a virtual significant other.
Supposedly, yeah. I mean, there's a
you log on to Steam and download the latest mod to get different characters for this
You can
robot.
give her the voice of Siri, so you can say you're dating Siri.
That would be pretty impressive.
Weird.
Yeah,
pretty impressive. I would.
Yeah.
It would be. Did you remember that commercial where it wasn't a commercial. I'm sorry. I think it was a College Humor video where the couple are having an argument via Siri. You're like, Siri, text my wife that she's a heinous bitch, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, Siri, text my husband that he's a chauvinistic asshole, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, get me out of the middle of this. And she's like, searching for somewhere safe to hide. Like, that would be kind of cool. I could see something like that happening eventually.
Yeah, like and it's so cool. Like you put in a calendar and you schedule stuff and you ask for reminders.
So it basically what does it look like? I wasn't sure if we answered that.
Could look like whatever you want, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it basically is like it's a hyper smartphone because it does everything that smartphones are advertised to do today. It's just kind of the next step up.
Yeah, exactly. Let me find a photo of it because I put here it is. I put and like a face will display it, like a little emoticon face will display on the screen and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Here, I'm putting it in the chat. So this is what it looks like without being on or anything. And then the Indiegogo link is for like the actual Indiegogo, and there's like a development or developers kit for people like for backers, so you can essentially mod this robot if you want to. If you back it at a certain level. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
The one with the cat eyes is kind of creepy to me.
It's really creepy. It's like the robot from WALL-E, right?
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna link that in the Twitch chat just so they can see it
understand what's going on. Yeah,
it looks like a fan though, a little bit.
It's like a fan,
like
almost.
an emotionless fan. Like it will never feel love. Like
it looks like one of those Dyson bladeless
I taught the
fans
toaster to feel love.
had sex with Furby, and also had an affair with an iPhone. And this is the product that would come out of that.
Who gave birth to what in that relationship?
Don't ask questions. They're machines. They can do whatever the fuck they want with however many things they want to do it with. Maybe they all had. I don't know. You're making me think too far into this. My brain does not need to go there.
Hey, you
For RVB fans, you could download a Lopez voice.
That would be cool.
When you watch the Indiegogo like trailer or whatever for the backer stuff, like Jibo kind of seems kind of cute. He has a blinked little eye.
I can
That's how
imagine
they
though,
let
like,
you in. That's how they let you in.
with a little bit of easy programming, it could quickly become something quite scary, depending on who is the programmer.
Oh, I'm sure.
You could get you could get the mask that the dude from Dishonored wears and get it to look like that. That would be pretty badass.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Would you like to play a game? All your life you've feared spoons. Now use your spoon to kill someone.
You're afraid of spoons?
No, I was just making something up. I don't know.
At what
it
point?
Sounded like something that guy would say from Saw.
At what point do the 3 rules of robotics become real? Like, where those have to be like instilled in all robots. Do you know what I'm talking about?
When are we going to actually have a GLaDOS-esque case for an AI?
I know. Well, obviously we have to, set up the rules before we create the robots that are capable of that. Like robots don't kill people. Robots, you can hurt people, but only if it saves other people or something like that.
But I just need to use
There's ways around that.
Neurotoxins to experiment. Yeah, sure.
I love Wubwave, the latest waifu patch.
Waifu?
Yes. The waifu des.
Don't touch my waifu.
Don't touch my waifu.
You should hear Ken say Black Friday bundle package in his Japanese voice.
Black Friday bundle package?
Yes, it's very much like that, but he can rattle it off with a more convincing Japanese accent because his mother's Japanese. You're like, oh my god, you do that so perfectly. It was after watching that South Park episode.
Black
Friday bundle package.
Fuck you, Will. Fuck you, Dauphine.
That would be a cool Jibo patch. Domo arigato.
How much did they say that these things intend to go for? Because smartphones alone are hundreds of dollars.
It's $4.99, and like you can ask it to take a picture, and it can like switch to camera mode, and then like get the best picture. Like it's this crazy, interesting, like robot that's pioneering the future. Like we could see things like this, but with arms and legs helping people out in the like iRobot style. Yeah, like people.
Well, they have that in Japan already. They've got like full robots.
I'm not at all interested in robots with bodies. That's boring. Like I'm more interested in like artificial intelligence just without a body, like inside because an artificial intelligent mind is going to be like a computer that's attached to a body.
That's the problem. No, because a robot with a body is a visible threat. A robot that's just an AI can hide.
Yes, it's so much more interesting.
And they can hide that they're like your buddy, but then they can just turn around and snap, and you're fucked. And it can take every robot around you and turn it against you.
Well, yes, that would be kind of a Geth. If they had a Geth case, that would be like both the neural circuits connected to everything, and then also having mobile units everywhere.
Oh my god, guys! I have to say this because it's just devastated me. I've beaten Mass Effect 2, and I could not keep my little Geth buddy. What's his face?
You killed Legion?
Legion?
Legion.
You killed
Best
Legion?
character.
Keep him alive.
Impossible.
I
He's
didn't
the
know
best
what I don't know
character.
what I did wrong.
Were you
No, I have
were
to
you
ask.
loyal to every single character?
Yes.
Did you
he
buy
loved
it? Did you
me.
buy the 3 upgrades?
Yes.
Then
So,
it
okay,
must.
so now- so now-
Then it
No, there's
pretty
a
much boils
shit
down
button
to
that-
you didn't choose the right people for the right roles.
No,
No, what
Yeah, so now we have to
He
go
dies
through
on
this.
the ship, so you missed the piece
is
of the
he
ship.
Yeah, did he die on the ship or did he die during the mission?
He died during the mission. He got eaten by the little nanoparticle things.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't have had him with you for that part.
I didn't know I shouldn't have. Like I thought choosing
You're not
whoever
supposed
was
to
going to put that biotic shield around us was going to be the most important. And like they made.
Well, yeah, they are the most important, but if you know, I mean, who did you have the shield around you?
I had Jack doing the shield around me because they made such a big deal about her in the beginning of the game. Like she's the
should've
most
done
powerful
Samara.
biotic. I should have.
Yeah, you just fucked up. Yeah, you got to go with Samara.
I know. I realize that now. I should have.
Well,
gone with
apparently
Samara.
Samara or Jack with the upgrades that she asked you to get would have been fine.
Well, apparently
to
not,
the guy.
because
Wait, spoilers alert. Spoiler alerts to everybody in the chat,
So-
by the way.
the game came out like how many fucking
Like
years ago?
5
At this point,
years
it's on
ago.
your own.
God, who
It's,
knows?
it's
nothing-
your own fault.
Yeah, and the
come
game
on.
can end like any number of ways based on your decision, so it's not really a spoiler because you can change the way it ends.
And now
Yeah.
you can save
So-
your Geth, dude. Look at what we've done. It's like a
I
I have
walkthrough.
to. Yeah, I've got to
You're
go through.
welcome.
I want to get the achievement where I play the game a second time, so I'm going to try and do it the right way the second time and keep everybody alive. Because he's the only one that died.
Did anybody else die on the mission, or was it just
No, it was
Legion?
just Legion.
Okay, well
And
that's
he got carried away in
that's
this.
still pretty good.
I was so sad he got carried away in this swarm of little particles going, error,
did you
error,
leave? Did
error.
you leave right after your crew got abducted? Did those people get saved too?
Yeah, only one chick died. You know, the one at the beginning where she gets
Okay,
sucked
yeah.
down the tube, but everybody else.
she dies
is,
regardless, so
Yeah, everyone else
Awesome.
was okay.
that's good.
I completed every single mission and side quest and everything that there was to do before getting the IFF thing to go through that last Mass Effect field. So when
Yeah.
the part of the plot comes, they're like, you're gonna have to take the little podule for your next mission. I'm like, I have no next mission, game. I did all my next missions. So they just had Shepard and all the people leave the ship conveniently to do whatever it was they were doing without me. And the ship gets attacked. I'm like,
That's
okay,
crazy.
it didn't make
Did
any
you
sense.
save Kelly?
Kelly. Which one's Kelly?
You're
Yeah, he
So,
had to have.
take that as a
there's
no.
one chick that always dies, and then the whole crew. It's like the crew dies in giant chunks. So I mean, if the one chick's the only one who died, then Kelly has to be fine.
Yeah, the rest of the crew was fine. Like once that was over with, everybody was back in the ship again, exactly where they were before. Only they were thankful to me. Only I did something that none of them were happy with, and I let the Shadow Man, or whatever he's called.
Shadow.
Elusive man. I like
gave
the
him
shadow
the
man.
Mitt
robot?
Romney.
I gave him the giant chunk of machinery, and
That's the
and
bad guy decision.
in hindsight, I'm like, that may not have been the smart thing to do.
Are you unaware that he is a complete asshole at this point in time? Why would you give him anything he
Because
wants?
he has
At
a
that
cool
point-
voice.
I was thinking,
At that point in the game, I'm like, I don't know what's actually going on right now, but I know anything that he wants, probably shouldn't let him have
I was
it.
thinking to myself, well, I'm a pretty big badass, and if I can get rid of this giant Geth threat, then inevitably when the Geth come and try and kick our asses, and then he turns on us, then I'll just have to kick his ass too. That's kind of what I was thinking, but then everyone else was pretty upset with me about it. So, like, they made me feel a little bit guilty. I'm
Your
like,
hubris.
Yeah, they
And you let
should've.
Legion die. God damn it.
One kind of funny thing is even people that would, if you had certain people with you, people that would have supported the decision at that point will still later on when you go back to talk to them and like, why'd you do that? You shouldn't have done
Yeah.
that. To you, if
Yeah,
you
I
try
was
to
not
talk to
feeling the
everyone
love from
in
my
the
crew about that decision. So I'm going to do that differently on my next playthrough, just to see.
Wave says you give Martin Sheen anything he wants.
I know, like, he's very convincing. Like, you tell me what you want, and I'll be damned if I don't give it to you. I'll bend over backwards for you.
I want to play a Renegade just so I can choose options that would side with him because I really want to see what that's like. I've only done like as much Paragon points as I could just to
I have a really
see if
hard
I could
time
max
playing
out
as
the
bad
meter,
guys.
and I was
I
able to.
usually play 50-50.
I did too,
Yeah,
especially
I
if it's
just
a
wanna piss
character I
everybody
like.
off. Like, what's
I
the
always
point?
wanted to be friends with everyone. I just didn't want to.
Exactly.
Why can't we all just get along?
I mean, what if I want to mac with everyone? I mean, I gotta be friends with them at that point.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Keep your options open.
Was there an achievement to have sex with everybody like there was in Dragon Age, or did you only get
possible?
No, you can only find one mate.
Is it?
Oh.
Yeah.
I know in Dragon
Did you get
Age
Garrus?
you could. Yeah, I picked Garrus because he's a sexy beast, and
Yes.
I had
You
to
know
have
you can
him.
be a dude
Good choice.
and get Garrus in the third one, right?
Don't forget his echidna penis.
No, don't bring up the echidna penises again.
Wait a minute, is that what it looks like? Is that the official standing from BioWare?
I don't know.
Garrus has an echidna penis with forehead.
What animal is he based off of?
Probably
He's based off an animal?
Wasn't it? Didn't they say it was something like cat and something else? I remember
the
looking
cat
just
definitely
at the
with the muzzle.
races.
I know, maybe a cat mixed with a praying mantis. Like his mouth just perplexes me. How it
I would
doesn't
say like
really
a
shut
cricket or
completely.
something.
How do
Yeah,
you kiss that thing is what I want to know.
I don't know. I was upset that it didn't show them
There's a
kissing
slight
at all. It's like
pinch.
they bump their foreheads together, and then it goes black, and I'm like, oh, I feel cheated now. I wanted to see how this
I'm
crazy.
really glad I'm not the only person who was disappointed
I'm
by
like,
that.
I wanted to see how they were gonna do interspecies sex. I mean, I wanted to see it. And
I think
it
the
just
best way to
cuts
simulate
black.
that kiss is probably to take like one of those like clamp things and just put it on your lips, and that's or take your tongue and put it between that, and it's just
Wonderful.
gonna shut down and probably bite it off.
Yeah.
That's what it's like to make out with.
Someone's gonna bleed.
Well, I can understand why they only allowed female shepherd to have sex with him, because could you imagine if it was male shepherd and you're thinking, okay, what if he is the one giving fellatio and you see all those sharp little pointy teeth in his mouth every time he talks? No.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's got
Maybe
ouch
the
written all over it.
retractable teeth. You don't know. We don't.
Yeah, bullshit. He would have retracted his teeth at some point if they were
gum in
retractable.
there.
True. Well, you know.
Well, not if it was like a hard thing to do, then
Hard thing.
why would you
Hard
want to do it
thing.
unless you actually absolutely needed to?
I don't know. Now you're making me think of Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon with his retractable teeth.
Yeah.
I don't-
He's like a puppy.
Has
He's a
anybody
kitty.
seen the second one? I
Yes.
want
I
to
haven't
see
seen
the
it.
second
I haven't.
one.
Please don't talk about it.
It's great. It's so good. It's
I
amazing.
I
wanted-
really want to go see it. I want
I've
to see
heard
it,
a
but
lot
it's
of people say it was great, and then a lot of people say like it was not great at all.
I'm gonna
which
guess
is kinda
Toothless
funny.
Gaming has seen it.
Maybe.
I would hope so. I would really hope so with a name like that.
Shout out to Toothless Gaming.
Shout out to Toothless Gaming.
Shout out to you, Toothless Gaming,
I
and
don't
your
think he's in the chat
not
anymore.
listening right now. but good try.
toothlessness.
Yeah.
Is he not?
Yeah, exactly.
No, he's there's a RT Michigan game night going on right now.
Oh,
so.
boo!
Oh, he left.
Well,
Well, fuck you,
fucking-
Toothless
yeah.
Gaming.
God damn
Boo!
it.
RT Michigan, screw you.
Your
I love
least
you.
favorite fan.
What are you playing then? I wonder.
Lucas has just jumped to spot number 2. And John's in front of
Think
him.
Well, Jean is also not here because he's at the RT Michigan game night.
He's out too.
Way to go, guys. Way to fucking
Dead
go.
to us.
Who was
Lucas,
the
you're a
genius
favorite now.
that did the scheduling? Seriously, this is not going to work.
I
You
mean,
need to
to think-
reschedule RT Michigan.
Yeah.
We don't usually do stuff on Wednesday nights. It was a thing that just happened in this particular
Oh.
case.
Well,
so
okay. Yeah, then
it's not going to be a regular thing. Don't worry.
then
about
you're
it.
forgiven. You're forgiven.
I
then.
guess, maybe.
Yeah, I'm here. Why are you saying you forgive me? What the fuck's that?
Because
You're
you're
in charge
keeping our
there.
fans away
Because
from
you
us.
started it.
You're
I know I had nothing to do with this one. I took a back seat after the whole surgery thing. I've not
Oh.
been touching anything, so I
This is
totally
true.
had nothing to do
That's
with this.
probably
I
for
just
the
saw on Twitter
best.
earlier. They're like, "Hey, we're doing a game night tonight." I'm like, "Oh, hey, look at that."
Because based on what you've said, if you were to touch it, you'd probably drop it, and yeah, that just wouldn't end well. Okay,
Wait, what?
guys,
I'm
it has.
confused.
We've yeah.
Well,
That,
think I'm supposed to be
I
offended.
think
What
I
just
think hold
happened?
on before we do that. I mean, I think we should possibly bring up the fact that our special guest has a very successful YouTube channel. that we should allow her to pimp just a little bit.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, pimp that
me.
shit. Pimp it.
Yeah, come watch Don't Play Like a Girl, ... I usually play scary games. My biggest one is doing Dead Space and screaming my head off.
I've seen the Dead
Because
Space one,
Oh,
It's
and
I have
it's
to
very
funny.
scary.
I have to ask. I have to ask. Are you a girl gamer?
See, now, I'm older, and the term girl gamer was okay when Xbox Live started out, and we played Halo 2, and I had to specify that I was a girl gamer and not a little boy.
She passes. She totally passes.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. No. We can be. I got triggers of like this is gonna make or break before I can ever talk to you again.
Oh no, I'm not like a tee. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I curse like a motherfucker on that show too. So.
Yeah.
We need to have her on the podcast a couple more times. This is fun. I want to see this side of you because whenever we have a new person on the podcast, they're all quiet and shit. And they're like, "Oh, I'm just so shy." We need to get you drunk, and then we need to actually get you talking. And I'm sure
not
it'll
very
be a
shy,
fantastic
so.
time.
No, I enjoyed this. I'm so glad I got to come on here, and thank you guys.
Awesome
Fun stuff.
All right, now it has been an hour, and I have plans for stuff to do after this, so let's wrap this shit up.
All right,
TJ
thank
Lee,
you everybody
your
for
spiel.
tuning in. You can follow us on Twitter at The Forum Thread. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, subscribe to us, also subscribe to Caro. I keep saying that wrong, I'm sorry.
Kare
27 Umi.
Karotsumi!
And you can subscribe to us on roosterteeth.com. We have a group there, and join us in our major thread where everything came from, the forum thread. And also SoundCloud, that's the thing. So we're basically all over the internet. And Twitch. Like us on Twitch.
Yeah. We are the internet. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I really need to get Elon's little beep every time someone follows us.
Also,
awesome.
As of tonight, I'm releasing TFT Plays Battle Block Theater, so look for that tomorrow morning. Pimp my shit. Zach, is there anything else you want to pimp on our channel?
Just expect a move from Planet Unplugged to a new channel called
Planet
TFT
Unplugged
Plays, and expect a larger announcement explaining as to why we're no longer associated with Planet Unplugged. Bum, bum, bum. It's for the best.
Whoever edits this one needs to add that in.
Yes, we need sound effects. We need more sound effects.